Of course. Are you listening now? Can you hear me?
Are you listening? Damn.
Hi everybody, it's Joe Hicks, and welcome to Your Success. Our guest today is Lee Lieberman, a mortgage professional in the real estate industry. As we all know, the real estate industry is huge. It's happening every day. And Lee provides loans and assistance to people in gathering their mortgages or getting their mortgages together. So Lee, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Welcome. Thanks for having me.
So glad to have you. Tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Great. Love to. I came out to Arizona in 1988 to go to Arizona State University, and I got a business degree in finance from Arizona State. And prior to getting into the mortgage industry, I worked in finance for a couple companies, Ford Finance Division for a couple years, and then with Finova Capital for 10 years, where I was in the resort finance lending business. Mm-hmm. Kind of stumbled actually in 2002 into the mortgage business. I actually was having a mortgage loan done for my family, and I went and met with the guy who was doing my loan, and we kind of hit it off, and I went in there to kind of help him grow his business and bring a customer service that I had to his business, and became the managing partner, and did that until right now today.
Wow. So you probably went in there saying, I can do this.
I did. It was a little shocking getting into the mortgage business for the first time after, kind of being in corporate America for 12 years. It was kind of a nice change, and it worked out really well for me.
Perfect. What do you like or dislike about the industry? Or, and break it down into the mortgage itself, doing the mortgages, the likes and dislikes, and then the industry itself, the real estate industry.
Sure. Well, obviously, Arizona has a huge real estate business. It's one of our biggest businesses in the entire state. The thing I probably like the most about the business is just being able to meet with the customers, whether it's on the phone or in person, either way. I'm able to provide them an assistance in one of the biggest decisions they have to make in their life. Either purchasing a home and doing a loan for them that way, or doing a refinance for them to lower their interest rate or getting some cash out so they can make home improvements. It's very rewarding when you can do these things for people and do a good job for them. The other big thing I really like to do is the VA loans for veterans. We have a big veteran population here in Arizona and California where I'm licensed, and being able to help the veterans out, and the veteran loan program is one of the best programs there is in the country. I know maybe the medical benefits aren't so great, but their loan programs are phenomenal. They have great interest rates. It really helps the veterans out, and it's just very rewarding. As far as dislikes, like anything, after 2008 with the Frank Dodd Act and that we went through, we have a lot of compliance, a lot of government regulations that we have to follow. And although it is a very important thing that we have these regulations to avoid what happened in 2008, 2009 with the mortgage crisis, the customer on the back end side when we're doing these transactions, they don't see all the paperwork. Well, they see the paperwork they have to sign, of course, but they don't see all the things we have to do behind the scenes to stay in compliance with all the regulations that we have. And so that's the thing probably I dislike the most, is just I'm doing a lot of things behind the scenes, and the customers, it's really a very intrusive process. Mm-hmm. And I try to warn them up front, hey, this is going to be like going to the doctor. And so that's probably the biggest thing that causes me a little pain.
Yeah. Well, let me back up a little bit. 2008, we went through a huge debacle, as we all know. Our economy tanked, and the starting domino was mortgages, subprime mortgages. Then we all had to go through that one way or another. Since you're in this industry, how did you get through that time? Because, there was no loans being done.
Yeah. Well, when I got into the business in 2002, I really focused on A paper or prime lending versus subprime lending. A lot of the collapse revolved around subprime lending. So I had a real good base of customers that were A paper borrowers. Now, a lot of them lost a lot of equity in their homes. Even people that put 20% down or more, we all lost a lot of equity for that period of time. So I was able to survive, and we did do a lot of loans. And
did you?
Yeah, we did we were able to keep it going. I mean, our volume wasn't as big as maybe it was in 04 and 05 and things like that, but we stayed steady. And I think the main reason is customer service. When I came into this business, that was the one thing that I brought with me was the intangible. My number one priority is taking care of the customer, whether it's them being able to get a hold of me 24/7. They can call my cell phone anytime. I try to make myself, even on vacation, I'm always available. This business, mortgage and real estate, it doesn't sleep. Realtors need to be able to get a hold of you to get a pre-qualification letter. Customers are always trying to buy houses on the weekend. So I think I got through that tough time, and there were loan officers that we lost as a company that didn't have maybe that pipeline of good clients, referral business. So I think anyone who had a good referral base and did good customer service, they were able to continue to grow and do other marketing ideas through that time period to be successful.
Fantastic. What are Lee Lieberman's goals? And let's back that up. Goals of, let's just say 3 to 5, maybe 10 years.
Well, definitely professional goals is I'm always trying to grow my base of customers. I've always been a referral-based mortgage loan originator. I don't do a lot of marketing. And so my goal always is just to continue meeting people, spreading the word of what I can do, growing that base of people. And my goal is really just to do a good job for people, someone they can trust. When you do a loan with me, that they can look back, they can tell their family members, their friends, their coworkers, around the water cooler, hey, Lee Lieberman's my mortgage guy. He did a great job for me. Maybe it wasn't the smoothest process here because of something they had, but he was always there for me. He was available, and I was able to get it done. Or, hey, it was a great process, smooth. We got it done in less than 30 days, and in this environment, that's a good job. So that's really my goal, and really it's my career. This is a career that I've chosen. It's been very successful for me since 2002. And I plan to, retire doing this. And when I'm not out playing golf, once I retire, that I probably will still do this because it is a job that you can do for the long haul.
If you could do it all over again, knowing what you know now, would you do anything different? Would you do anything other than the mortgage industry different? What would you do?
Well, in the mortgage industry, I think, I've grown in this, I've seen a lot. It's been 15 years since I first got started. And I think I've enjoyed all the growth that I've had. So, I don't know, it's hard to say if you do something different in the actual industry because I've been successful at it. It's provided a nice living for my family, and I think I do a good job for my customers, and I get a lot of positive feedback. As far as, doing something else different, had I chosen, if that's, my passion when I left high school to go to college was to be a coach, football, baseball coach. I love working with kids. I was fortunate to be able to coach my two boys for the last 15 years in baseball and football and basketball. So I have a real passion for that, working with kids. And the kids that played on our teams, I go and watch them in high school now, and they give me big hugs, and it's really great. So I think if I would have ever done anything else, being a teacher, being able to coach baseball and football in high school, and then probably being a business teacher in high school, because I think we have a real lack of financial responsibility with kids coming out of high school and going off to college or the military or wherever they go. They don't understand what's going on. And I think I would like to go back and be able to say, hey, this is what a credit card is. This is what's going to happen to your credit. This is what you have to be responsible for as an adult, and how you build your credit, and what that means for you when it goes to buying or purchasing a car, purchasing anything, especially a home. And I think that is something that our school system does not do a good job doing. So if I could do anything else and go back in time, that's probably something I would do.
I think that's why you're successful myself, and I'll tell you the reasons is that being a coach and an educator, you're not trying to sell anybody anything. You're educating them so they make right decisions. That's my
Absolutely. And it's just like doing a good loan for a customer, seeing these kids develop from 8 years old to 18 in sports and seeing what they've accomplished. It's so rewarding. I mean, I just, was just at the high school football game today, last Friday, watching 5 of my baseball players play varsity football at a local high school, and just seeing the parents and, oh, Coach Lee's here, and how excited they were to see me, and seeing the kids walk off the field as they were fist pumping me after their warm up. It was great, and it's a great feeling.
Fantastic. What motivates you to succeed?
Well, I think it goes back to my youth and having great coaches and playing sports. Sports really drives you to really want to strive for excellence and to win and be competitive. And that motivates me in my job that I have now. I really motivated to learn more about the business. When new products and programs come on board, I want to be there. I want to be able to give those to my customers, my clients. And it really just gives me that winning attitude to be successful with your family, first and foremost, with your customers, and then for yourself. So, my motivation is really being successful and being competitive and wanting to pass that along to other people.
You are competitive. I'll give you that. All right, the last thing I want to wrap up with is very important to me as an entrepreneur, and I've been an entrepreneur for 100 years, it seems like, and you are one. What advice would you give to a young entrepreneur getting into not only mortgage or real estate, but anything, knowing what you know now and the experience and wisdom that you could forward or pass on to that person? What would that be?
That's a great question. I think the thing that I learned in corporate America in my first 12 years out of college before I became a mortgage professional was patience and listening to other people. When I first got out of school, I think like most people, it's like, what's next? When's the next promotion? How can I get there? How can I make more money? How can I be successful? And you're so, at least for me, because I am a competitive person, I was aggressive. I wanted the next promotion. I wanted to be the next manager. I wanted to be this, that, or whatever. And looking back, my advice would be, be patient, continue to grow educationally in your industry. Try to be as the most knowledgeable person you can be in that industry. And then, so patience, learning, and knowledge, followed by listening to others. That's something that, we all struggle with. Being good listeners is definitely an important trait, and I struggle with it, and I try to do my best with that. But listen to, the people that are your peers, that are your supervisors, that are your managers, your boss, whoever they are, whatever their relation is to listen. And I think if you set goals to achieve, and you really want to set goals, that's a big thing. Write down your goals so you can achieve those goals. Well, if you're patient, you work on your knowledge and education, and you listen to others, I think that will make you successful in anything you're trying to do. And I think you'll achieve those goals that you set for yourself.
Awesome. That's great advice. Lee, thank you so much for joining me.
No problem. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. It's fun.
And as always, to your success, I'm Joe Hicks. This is Lee Lieberman, and I can't wait till the next interview.
Have you ever felt
Are you listening? Damn.